Hey YouTube, this is Jaden Storm coming at you, and I got a new deck profile here for you that I've been wanting to bring you guys forever. I was going to wait until the last three cards came in the mail. They're proxied in. They were supposed to be here last Saturday, so yesterday. Well, technically it's Monday. I'm filming these at, 5 in the morning. But anyway, my point being, they were supposed to be here Saturday. They didn't get here. So I'm almost positive they're going to be here Monday, and I don't know when I'm going to have time before next week to do these videos, so I figured I'd go into them now. It's pretty obvious what they are once we get into the deck. The deck is the updated Dragonic Overlord, the TheEnd deck with break rides. So let's just get right into this. And the starter, we're still using Conroe. I did contemplate playing Red Pulse Dragon as the starter and then playing this just as a tech, but so far the deck's doing fine. I might test play that later just as an option. My trigger lineup has changed a bit. I play 4 Blu-ray Draco Kids and 2 Embodiment of Spear Tar for 6 critical, 4 Gatling Claw, and 2 Dragon Dancer Monica for 6 draw triggers. So 6 critical, 6 draw triggers, and 4 heal triggers. The playtesting that I've been doing with it, it's working it's very consistent. For grade 1s, of course, we still play 4 perfect guards. I know some players are playing Rhino Cross, but since it is the TheEnd and this is the original Kagro perfect guard, and I consider the TheEnd to be in the classic Kagro card, so I'm just going to stick with him. For Embodiment of Armor Bar, or 8K Vanilla, even behind the TheEnd, after you break ride with him, if you don't manage to finish your opponent off there, it's still 19, which is good. Behind Dauntless, it's a 21 if Dauntless skill's active. For Gojo, pretty much a staple in Kagros. It's a great first turn ride, so you can drop that card in your hand that you may not need and draw into a card you probably need. And then 2 Irontail, literally just as supporters, because I've contemplated I'm contemplating getting a hold of and test playing 2 Dragon Mage Kimnara, but I don't know yet. So if you guys have any other suggestions for these, please leave them in the comment section. I'd like to hear that. Grade 2s, 4 Dragon Knight Nahalem. Some people are play the Seal Dragon one. I prefer Nahalem because it's out of the 3, it's my favorite. I went down to 3 Burning Horn because this card is only useful when the TheEnd is your Vanguard. It's a really good card to have on the field when you break ride. So, the reason I dropped is because the only 10k rear guard that I have that's grade 2 is Nahalem, and I am considering dropping maybe one more Burning Horn for another 10k, just because my other grade 2 rear guards I do like, but you gotta balance out what you're gonna be planning on doing, because you always want to have at least 2 counterblasts open for the TheEnd if you hit his skill. But 3 Burning Horn, contemplated going to 2. A new card I haven't used in Kagro in a while is 2 Berserk Dragon. I do like this card. I think it's a lot more useful now in the meta because you can pop your... because the Vanguard booster now is a lot more important in the game than it was in the earlier stages of the game. So I think this card is very crucial. I have contemplated going to 3. And then 2 copies of Belskosity. It is just a good card because your opponent more than likely will guard this attack because they don't want you to have more damage to use. Because you will use Conroe early in the game to search out a perfect guard or a bar or something like that, and then you might use Berserker and things like that, so it is just good. Now, the one card that I am proxying is I'm proxying 3 copies of Dauntless Drive Dragon. That is my proxies. But just for clarification, I will read the break ride for you, just to make sure everyone's on the same page here. When a Kagro rides this unit, choose your Vanguard, and until the end phase of that turn, until the end of that turn, that unit gets plus 10,000 power and the skill. Vanguard. Choose 3 cards from your hand and discard them. At the end of the battle that this unit attacked, if this unit has not standed before during the turn, you may pay the cost if you do stand this unit. And then his second ability is when he attacks, if you have more rear guards than your opponent does, he shoots up to 13. And then the last 4, pretty obvious, is 4 Dragonic Overlord, TheEnd, the most feared card in the game. And you could make a case it's probably still the best card in the game. Now, I want to point something out because there is this problem that people are confusing Dauntless with. Now, keep in mind, okay, say you have Dauntless and you break ride TheEnd onto him. Well, TheEnd is going to gain 10,000 power because of the break ride, and then he's going to gain Dauntless's skill. So now, here's what happens. What I normally do, I like to have Bar behind my Vanguard, so it's my highest booster. So when I break ride, I just swing with TheEnd first for 21, just straight 21. Because no matter your first attack, it doesn't matter if the attack hits or not, you're going to be able to stand and back up because of Dauntless's skill. Some people are thinking, okay, say your opponent does not guard the first attack. Say you say 21 to Vanguard, and they say no guard. And you twin drive. You get triggers, whatever. You say you have another copy of TheEnd in your hand, and you counterblast 2 to restand him. And then you attack, and say they guard that one, and then they're like, okay, now I'm going to use Dauntless's skill, discard 3 cards, and restand him. That is incorrect. The only way you can use Dauntless's skill is after the first attack. So you attack with Dragonic Overlord. Whether the attack hits or not, that is when you must use Dauntless. If you use Dragonic Overlord, TheEnd's ability, to restand him instead of Dauntless's, that is negating Dauntless's skill for that turn. So the way you want to do it is swing unboosted for whatever. I would recommend definitely a booster. So for your second attack. So 21, your opponent's going to guard or not guard this. That's up to them. Get your twin drive, put all your triggers onto them. All of them. Then discard the 3 cards from your hand to restand TheEnd. Then you say you got 1 trigger and you boost. That's 34. Now your opponent has to guard the attack. Say they guard with something other than a perfect guard, and it's like 1 or 2 to pass, or they don't guard it at all. If the attack then hits because they just didn't guard it, or you get triggers to make the attack go through, then you can use TheEnd's ability to stand him. After the first attack, you must use Dauntless's ability to stand him the second time, or you will not be able to use it for that turn. So make sure you are aware of that, because there are some players that don't know that, and it is the improper use of the effect. I do understand how that can be a little confusing, because the wording on the card is a little weird, but just wanted to clarify that. Anyway, guys, that's it. Thank you for watching the deck profile. Again, for my grade 1s, in the comment section below, feel free to shoot me ideas on what I could replace these 2 Iron Tails with. I'd like to find maybe a better skill card that I could use with them. I have thought about Kimnara. I don't know why I'm thinking this, because I've never liked the card. I'm also contemplating Airmo, the booster for TheEnd, where you can Soul Blast 1. But I haven't really decided yet. But in the comment section below, please tell me what you think I could replace these 2 with. Also, give me some suggestions on my grade 2 lineup as well. I'm thinking about maybe dropping another copy of Burning Horn and maybe another Berserk. Or dropping another Berserk, Burning Horn and putting in another 10k. But other than that, in the comment section below, then feel free to share your thoughts on the deck. Tell me how if you like the Kagero Break Ride, and other than that, feel free to share your ideas. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Comment, subscribe, thumbs up this video for me, and I'll see you later.